Okay, this is Beverly Brunelle, and we're doing a session today on aligning with our true selves, our true values. And lately I've been noticing and wondering if I'm actually lined up with my true values or if my values are aligned with me. And it's kind of two separate questions. And I thought to myself, well, if I'm curious about this and I'm really wanting to get more clear on this, perhaps other people are too. That's why I thought it'd be wise to put this out as an offering to people today. So I've noticed that, and see how you relate in your own life, in your own world. I claim that certain things are important to me, priorities. But then if I look at my life and what I'm doing, I'm not necessarily living those priorities out. I'm not necessarily making them my priority. Simple, yoga. I used to do yoga 4 to 5 times a week in a class. Loved it. I haven't done it for ages. Oh, maybe for a few seconds, a day here and a day there. But it's like, if I say it's valuable for me, why am I not doing it more regularly? So I started thinking, what if there's something there that's keeping me away from it that I don't know is in my psyche? What I say my priority is wrong, but my capacity to follow through with it, there's some kind of kink in there. There's something in there that's just keeping me away. I don't know what it is. It's not right or wrong. It's just a noticing. It's just what I notice happening. So then I started thinking, and I put this out to you. If you were in a conversation at a gathering and you met someone you really felt a resonance with, and you started talking about what was important to you, family, friends, health, travel, spirituality, whatever form those categories take, if you were exposing this to someone, can you notice in your own life, are you actually living those categories as if they are priorities? Are you actually taking yourself to heart? So just give you some space to kind of explore that. If you say you really care about something or someone, are you living that out in your actions, in your attitudes? And again, not to make anything right or wrong here, this is an exploration, self-discovery, and a time to not necessarily renegotiate, but to just look more clearly at what's important and what changes you might want to make, whether it be in your actions, in your what you say is important to you. You might want to tweak your list either way. So I'm going to start off this session by inviting pure love, the highest love possible, to come in and create a really sacred space for each of us, for all of us, to do a really honest self-exploration, not an evaluation, an exploration, to notice what is and what is it that we want to shift or change. I invite clarity in, that we have the capacity to see ourselves more clearly, more honestly, and to perceive our way in the world in a clearer fashion, to line up what we say, how we want to be in relationship with how we are in relationship with ourselves to start, and with those who are close to us. I call in the energies of our vastness, of our wisest frequencies of existence, to inform us, to enlighten us, to welcome us into a bigger arena of awareness. Not to be overwhelmed, but to be able to allow a sense of a bigger landing place for the reality that we're living in, for us to live from. Okay, so that seems to be moving the energy right there. So I see you've already closed your eyes. It's perfect. So I want to start by inviting you to go inward into your heart space. I find this can really help with gaining clarity, calming the mind, calming the body. So with every breath that breathes you, I invite that heart light within you to grow lighter and brighter in all its magnificence, in all its subtle colors and energies and frequencies. And that whatever secrets, whatever priorities, whatever judgments, whatever holdings are in that heart space, I invite that heart light to marinate all the energy that's in the heart space from this lifetime, from all the lifetimes, all dimensions of existence and non-existence. And any areas of anticipation, of expectation, of fear, of worry, of doubt, of the future. Inviting that heart light energy to marinate that, those expectations and assumptions and fears and worries. And with every breath that breathes you, invite that heart light to expand up through your shoulders, up through your throat, up through your head, your scalp, your capacities to see and hear, to breathe, to taste, to express, to put your energy out into the world. And I invite that love to marinate all the perceptions that go on through these senses, all the interpretations that come from these senses, to heighten that capacity for truth, for clarity. And I invite that heart light to spread down through your shoulders, down through your arms, down through your wrists into your fingertips, and to support an easeful letting go of whatever you've been holding on to out of fear or doubt or worry. That love can marinate these dynamics and bring in new possibilities for health and well-being, for support on every level, in an enriching way, in a heartfelt way. I invite that heart light to continue to grow in its glow down through your torso, down through all the organs, all the bones, all the ligaments, all the systems in the torso that pass through the torso, that come alive in the torso, that keep you alive in your torso. And any bruises, inflammation, aches and pains, any challenges to your health, we invite that heart light to marinate all those causes and all those reactions, all the symptoms. We invite pure love to marinate all that is going on in the body, whatever its source may be. And welcome that breath to do its magic, blending with the heart light, the magnificence of the colors and the frequencies of the heart light. And it continues to flow down to the pelvis, the thighs, the legs, down through the joints, into the toes, all the little joints in the toes. Welcoming this body that's taken you to so many places on the planet, so many places within your being. All the ways you've met yourself and met others. All the ways you like to meet the world and invite the world to meet you. Welcoming the magic of love and the magic of life in you, around you. And just relax into that energy, those energies, those frequencies. I'm going to pose some questions. And the more you relax, the more you'll allow the truth for yourself to come through, the clarity that is yours to come through. No efforting, no trying to figure it out. Just relax the mind, assumptions and expectations, so you can be free to receive something perhaps new and different than you expected or assumed with the intention that your life open up to you in ways that you haven't perhaps imagined before, in good ways, in healthifying ways, in financially supportive ways, in relationship ways, and on and on and on. So what is it in your life, in your world, that is actually very important to you that you haven't given attention to very much? You haven't given very much attention to. What is something very important to you in your life, really important, that you haven't given very much attention to? And what is it that is in between what is important to you and you taking action on it more regularly, more effectively or efficiently, or giving it more attention? What is between you and giving that more attention? Just notice what you notice. And let's invite that heart marinade, to infuse its love into that information, those dynamics, the people involved, the origins of this dynamic. And appreciating whatever information showed up, that it showed up. And if nothing showed up, it will. You've asked the question, you've posed that intention, it will come in its time. So let's ask this heart light energy. Let's ask our vaster selves, what priorities have we claimed as significant to us? But in a sense, we've kept it secret from the rest of the world. It's a private priority. What priority have we kept secret from the rest of the world that is very, very important to us? And what priority has there been judgment or fear of judgment that has been kept secret because of that, or that has not been lived out because of the fear of judgment, or because it has been judged? Perhaps it has involved rejection from others. I suggest that whatever you need to remember from this journey time, that you will, because a lot of information is coming in. And what values are truly true to you, that are wanting, I'll call it, to be shined up, brushed off, dusted off, and to be more a part of your life, of your daily, weekly life. What priorities want to be brought forth more readily into your daily living? What regarding self-love? It's regarding self-care. It's regarding self-respect and self-honesty. Regarding those aspects, what is your body, your life wanting you to know that is very valuable for you at this time to open up, to blossom more into who you are? And where are you lining up with someone else's values that aren't truly a resonance for yourself in terms of their priorities in your life? Where are you lining up with those in your life and their values where it doesn't necessarily match yours? And if you'd like, calling all your energy free, clear, and pure from those dynamics, so you're more available to yourself, be more honest with yourself. And anywhere where you're living out values from your childhood, that it's time for them, I'll call it, to evolve into this age and stage of your life. That they're values that were held from a younger age and a younger interpretation of things, inviting an evolution, as it were, or a shift from that early perception into a more current self-valuing, self-perspective, and relational perspectives. Pulling all your energy free, clear, and pure from those times so you're more available to yourself and the truth of who you are now, without betraying your past, honoring it. That was then and this is now. Those are my perspectives when I was younger, and now I realize there's something different or that shifted for me now. Disentangling from those old ways, acknowledging the love that was there, and again allowing an evolution of all of any entanglements, expectations, assumptions. And the values may have been something you took on as your own, but they also may be values that you resisted. Like, I'll never do that. That's not important to me. So any values that you get energy of resistance on from growing up, if you'd like to disentangle from that, calling all your energy free, clear, and pure from those entanglements, from those absolutes that might be keeping you away from your life now being richer and fuller, more vibrant, more loving. Just inviting all your energy free, clear, and pure from early resistances for whatever reason. So there's more of you available here and now to make new choices that are relative to your world now, not based on, 40, 50, 60 years ago. And delving more deeply into those early childhood years, what value did you place upon yourself and your sense of belonging then? How did you evaluate your sense of belonging then that has now been outgrown and needs to be updated now? How did you value yourself then as a younger child whose time it is to be reevaluated? What did you believe about belonging then? What you had to do to belong? You can honor those younger choices and also honor the new choices you'd like to make. So you can update your priorities, update your alignment with the values that are true for you now. And inviting that younger self to join in this new way of perceiving and exploring life. I've been talking about the deeply personal. Now I want to expand into the collective. What collective influences are going on now that are causing, I'll call it a sense of contraction, a sense of smallness around your capacities to perceive yourself and your future? What is it in the collective that's challenging the future, your perception of the future? And it's calling all your energy free, clear, and pure from those aspects, those influences, the collective experiences that are being advertised, as it were, in the media, the news, everywhere. And calling all your energy free, clear, and pure so you can live the life that's important for you to be living in these times, making choices in relationship to you in the world from the inside. And that your piece of the puzzle is highly significant to the whole, and allowing the impetus from inside to come as opposed to the pressure from the outside to be the guide. We invite that heart light marinade to infuse all our impressions of hopelessness, uncertainty, fear, of not being important enough, not having enough to make a change in the world, self-judgment, and shining up the vastness of ourselves and the love to infuse an awakening of our purpose daily, gently, kindly, in our relationships, in our work, in our perceptions of the world and of others, that we can make a difference in the ripple effect of what we put in to the mix. And I invite that wherever there are broken connections within ourselves, of ourselves, I invite that love infusion to flow through those channels to create a reconnect, to create an opening, to create a vibrant system, the unoptimally functioning, vibrant system within each of us for receiving love, clarity, wisdom, power, and for allowing it to move through us and go out into the world in ways that are highly aligned with our true values, our true heart's desires. Inviting this infusion for our whole body, mind, emotions, spirit, our electrical body, our magnetic body, field of energy around us and in us. And I invite these shifts and changes to be activated throughout all our ancestry and all dimensions and frequencies, and highly effectively integrated, efficiently and effectively integrated into our systems and into theirs. And calling, if you will, your energy home to you from any and all regrets, expectations of the past, judgments of the past, sense of being left out. Calling all your energy and all those ages and stages home into this heart space where they can rest in a sense of belonging and acceptance, and to open up a new sense of freedom within, for you to blossom in ways you haven't even considered, you haven't even known were possible, in a loving and joyous and safe way. So notice what you notice regarding the colors of the heart light energy throughout you. Let's invite those younger ages and stages who've been involving here for their heart lights to grow in their glow, and invite them home to the heart space so they can rest in love and acceptance. And with this new, I'll call it collective within, this new community within, let's simply ask, are there new priorities? Are there new true heart's desires that want to come forth in this coming year, this coming segment of life, with more clarity and joy and ease? What is it that wants to blossom for us that is truly in alignment with your heart's true values? And give thanks, if you will, to all that has showed up for you today. And know that any time in the future you can sit down, dive into your heart light, invite its expansion, and explore more of what's important to you and how you can live out the truth of who you are more readily, more easily, more joyfully, more truly. So again, inviting an integration of all the shifts and changes, that they continue in their own timing, and that whatever it is you need to remember, that you do with ease and clarity. And one more question. What is it that this coming year means for you? Is there something that your essence wants you to know regarding this coming year for you? Give this wisdom, gratitude, integrating all this again more deeply, more easily, more efficiently. Welcoming the magic of the future, welcoming the freedom to be you in new and honest ways. That is, I'll call it a golden drop in the essence of life. When you feel ready, give your spine some movement, if you will, maybe your shoulders, your head, neck, gently. Some breaths. When you feel ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Perhaps look around the room without judgment. Notice what you notice. If your eyesight is a little more crispy clear, and notice how you feel in your body.